भजन भेजा था एक भजन मिला आपको लैंड लाइटिंग का संजय भजन होता है ये देखिए भजन देखिए शुरू म्यूजिक 54
देख ले इसमें
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of WICCI Environment and Sustainable Council for conference. Because all super talented ladies are gathered here to share their valuable thoughts. So I want to dedicate my poem for all the ladies here. मानवता का गौरव वात्सल्य प्रेम सौरभ सृजन की मृदुल परिभाषा है ये नारियां सहिष्णुता को नीत कर शक्ति पराकाष्ठा बन अद्भुत करुणा कलित अभिलाषा है ये नारियां जीवन सुरभित करे प्रेम सानिध्य बन पीयूष शक्ति से जग उत्थान करे नारियां पीयूष शक्ति से जग उत्थान करे नारियां ईश की प्रतिध्वनि धर रूप अनेक हर भूमिका का अप्रतिम सम्मान करे नारियां कभी सीता सावित्री तो कभी गागी मैत्रेय बन वीरांगना सेनानी बन भुवलंकृत करी नारियां कांता वनिता शक्ति शौर्य प्रेम स्नेह स्रोत धरा के कण कण को अनुग्रहित करी नारियां धरा के कण कण को अनुग्रहित करी नारियां. I welcome you all, ladies. And we are just waiting for our chief guest. She is just 3 minutes away. So we'll be starting our session. Korpuri, National President, I feel request you to please sit on the dais.
स्टैंड बनाना है क्या? मैं क्या ही बोल सकता हूँ, स्टैंड जा रहा है।
कैमरा बहुत भारी है।
Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of WICCI Environment and Sustainable Council for the conference. Now, I will request Dr. Amit Puri, National President WICCI, and our Chief Guest, Dr. Taran Mehendi, to come for the limelight. Thanks a lot. Now I welcome Dr. Amit Puri, founder AKP Healing India, President WICCI, to come for the opening ceremony. Dr. Amit Puri is a distinguished ethnobotanist, environmentalist, author, and bilingual poetess, known for her contribution to sustainable living and environmental conservation. She serves as a national president of Environment and Sustainable Living Council at WICCI and is the founder and president of AKP Healing India, promoting environment, education, and women empowerment, that is triple E. So over to you, Dr. Amit Puri.
Thank you, Jasmine, for the wonderful introduction, and I welcome you all. A very, very good morning to all the soul sisters here, our esteemed guests, visionary leaders, and my powerful sisters in sustainability. Before I begin this session, I just want you all to close your eyes and imagine the 3 states. Number 1, a thriving earth where nature and human coexist in harmony. Second, a struggling planet where damage is visible but still reversible. And third, a world where environmental collapse threatens survival. I'm sure. Which world do you want to live in? The first one. First. Sure. So today we gather not merely for the conference, for a movement, a living, breathing commitment to the idea that green is feminine. The feminine is creation, the feminine is the nurturer, and the feminine is resilience. This is my definition for all of us, for all the souls present here. And when these qualities merge with ecological consciousness, they become a transformative force capable of healing our planet. As a National President of WICCI Environment and Sustainable Living Council, I stand before you with the deep conviction that environmental conservation is not separate from the human life. It is the very foundation. Our health, our homes, our heritage, and our future are deeply interconnected with the environment we protect or neglect. At WICCI, we not just speak, but we act. We act by the projects which we are doing functionally. We are planting not just the trees, but the hope through the tree plantation and the adaptation rights. We adopt them. We nurture them as our own children. We are reviving ancient wisdom by Nakshatra Garden, Rashi Vans, and sacred forest. Water. Also redefining devotion with green Ganesha, seed Ganesha, wherein these Ganesha idols, when you worship them, and then after worship, when you pour water on it, these Ganesha idols will convert into beautiful plants, and your plant will be full of the green energy, and Ganesha will return to your house in the form of those microgreens. We are empowering communities through seed warming, turning the barren lands into green legacies. Our efforts extend to reviving water bodies. One of the examples is the Samshi Lake near Heritage Qutub Minar. And we are also promoting the eco-conscious products like seed pens, seed pencils, seed diaries, and many more such things. Also, we advocate of beautiful habits like gifting a plant, hugging a tree, climbing a tree, forest bathing, and reconnecting with nature in its purest form. We are building the future with vertical forest, hydroponics, and community farming led by retired women and the homemakers. Because sustainability is strongest when it is inclusive. We are nurturing livelihoods, appreciating sustainable products, and even cleaning our sea beaches, because every small act becomes a ripple of change. This is not just environmentalism, this is ecofeminism in action. And this is leadership rooted in care. This is the power of women shaping in greener destinies. Today, as we bridge gender ecology, let us remember the earth does not need saviors, it needs sensitive and conscious custodians. And who better than women who create life, sustain families, and now we all sustain the planet. It is a saying in Guru Granth Sahib, आपे भवर फूल फल तवर, आपे जल थल सागर सरवर, आपे मच गच करना कर, तेरा रूप नकत ना जाए. That means you yourself are the flower, fruit and tree. You yourself are the land, water and air. You yourself is the big fish and a tortoise in the ocean. And we are the cause of all the causes. So we as a human being, we as a women are very powerful. Whatever happens to us, somewhere or the other, we are the cause for it. It depends on the choices that we make in our life. And we count our assets by properties. We count our assets by cars we own, the bank balances which we have. But let us start our assets with the number of trees, the number of plants we have planted, we have adopted, and how much carbon printing we are giving to this world. let us count us assets by the green, we should have the green assets as well. I, Dr. Amit Kaur Puri, now the President, National President for WICCI and Environment Sustainable Living Council, hereby declare the conference open. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Amit, for such beautiful information. Now, I would like to call Dr. Taran Mehendi, who is the chief guest for today. Dr. Taran Mehendi is a dynamic entrepreneur and creative visionary whose multifaceted career spans filmmaking, architecture, writing, sound design, classical music, costume design, and branding. As CEO of North India's first celebrity management company and head of D Records International, she has produced over 200 music albums and collaborated with legends like Jagjit Singh. In recognition of her entrepreneurial achievement, she was awarded an honorary doctorate by École Supérieure Robert de Sorbonne University, France in 2024. Her journey reflects boldness, empathy, and an anything is possible that continues to inspire. So, you are most welcome, and we'd like to please share your thoughts with us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Amit, for having me here. Although my connection is with music, but we've planted about 10 lakh trees in the NCR region of New Delhi over a period of about 15 years. We've also converted a barren land into a place where now we have the hyenas and the Asian paradise with the big owls and the cheetahs. Nature inspires musicians, but it has inspired my family to kind of plant a lot of trees. It is very, very, very close to our heart. We have a studio in New Delhi which works on solar energy, and I take great pride in it. The whole family and my staff, we love composting. Where sometimes they make fun of me because she's the big kabadi wala in the house, because I wouldn't let even the toilet paper rolls rounds leave the house or the boxes leave the house without converting them into some giveaway or some gift. So, and also they tell me that you're into entertainment, you should be wearing new clothes every now and then, but it really hurts my heart to keep hoarding and keep adding stuff. So it's a core nature, and it's become a core nature with our entire institute, our entire family. You women here, I don't know your achievements yet, but I'm sure that since you're all a part of environment, you will have been great, outstandingly great. So, all my heart to all your work, and cheers to all of you, and thank you for all of you to think the way you think and for doing whatever you're planning to do for the environment. We don't do this today. Actually, I'm not going to be seeing a very happy Shehtood Wale Pe, not going to see Karonde, and we're not going to be seeing the Jamun. So, yeah, it's up to us to give it to them. And I take great pride in doing my bit. And I'm sure you all are doing yours. Very, very well done to all of you. 3 cheers for all of you.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Taranji, for sharing such beautiful thoughts with us today. And so we'll proceed further.
Before we proceed for the next, I would like to introduce Dr. Jasbir and invite her. Dr. Jasbir is a senior physiotherapist as well as she is the Vice President for WICCI Council, Environment and Sustainable Living. She is a specialized orthopedic recognized for her expertise in advanced techniques such as Maitland technique and the Mulligan technique, registered under MIAP and Delhi Council
I'd like to share my PowerPoint presentation with you. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Jasbir, National Vice President, WICCI. So here I just want to share some of my thoughts towards living sustainably for a healthier planet. So small consistent choice from energy efficiency to responsible purchasing can collectively shape demand, reduce pollution and protect natural resources for future generations. Yes. We should use the natural resources, but we should maintain a balance so that our future generation should not suffer. So what is environmental sustainability? So environmental sustainability means managing natural resources responsibly, meeting today's needs without compromising the future generation's ability to meet theirs. Next slide. So the global challenges we are facing today is, like for example, climatic change. So we can see how the temperature is rising. It was around 49 degrees, day before yesterday.
मैं पहली बार लाइव
So rising temperatures, extreme weather, and sea level rise threaten ecosystem worldwide. Coming to air pollution, we all know that toxic emissions from industry and transport, they harm human health and environment. I'm getting so many cases of lung asthma and other lung diseases nowadays. So much. So coming to world hunger, over 800 million people face food insecurity worsened by the climatic disruption. And coming to the water scarcity, urban water shortages, which could affect up to 2.4 billion by 2050. According to the surveys, like by the time there won't be a single drop of water left with us. The water crisis by the numbers here. So according to the surveys, the crisis is accelerating. The global urban population facing water shortages is projected to double or even triple by year 2050 from 930 million in 2016, yes, the number is 930 million in 2016, to between around 1.7 to 2.4 billion people who won't be having water to drink. So what we can do, like it's simple, like reduce, reuse and recycle, which we are listening in so many years. So minimizing waste is one of the most impactful habits we can adopt. Every item kept out of landfill matters. So reduce, buy less, choose quality over quantity, and avoid over-packaged products. Reuse, repair, repurpose, and donate items instead of discarding them. Recycle, properly sort and recycle paper, plastic, glass, and metals in company. Next. So break free from the single-use plastics, yes. So plastic bags, bottles, straws are among the top contributors to ocean pollution. Simple swaps make a big difference. Carry a reusable water bottle, eliminate hundreds of plastic bottles per year. Use cloth or reusable bag whenever you go for shopping and grocery shopping, etc. And choose metal or bamboo straws in place of plastic straws. Next. Conserve water and energy at home. Now, how we can do small steps at home, like water conservation, we all know this, like fix leaks. If there are any leaks, we should fix it promptly. We should shorter the showers. We should turn on the taps that are not in use. We should switch to LED bulbs to conserve energy. Unplug idle devices and use smart thermostats. Next. Sustainable living habits, that's the small choices which we can adapt in our areas of daily living, like move sustainably, walk, bike or carpool, and use plastic for transport. Shop locally, buy local organic and sustainable goods, which can be reduced to carbon footprint. Now eat more plants, reducing meat intake lowers greenhouse gas emissions and conserve water. And plant as many trees as possible in our home and around in our society, and just spread the awareness for the same. Okay, now community and advocacy, as I told you, individual action is very powerful, and but collective, when it is collective, like we are together as a collective team, so it makes lot of difference. Like join community cleanup for beaches, parks, and streets. Yes, like on weekends, we can contribute some of our time for these activities, and we should also educate and create awareness among our families, friends, and neighbors. So, by making a small, consistent changes in daily habits, individual can reduce significant ecological footprints and contribute to healthier planet. So, start small, stay consistent, and inspire others. So, we are doing a lot of work towards plantation. So, Dr. Amit Kaur-Puri, being National President of WICCI, she is doing a lot of efforts towards planting more and more trees. And this is a green Ganesha we were talking about. It is a seed-based Ganesha which get dissolved and transformed into beautiful plants. And these are our team who works towards plantation. Next slide. So these are the small efforts we are doing, and we are trying to plant as many trees as possible near the like around 2,500 trees were planted in Biodiversity Park in Noida, and similar many such places were covered all over Delhi and other states of India. So thank you everyone for listening to my thoughts. Now I will request Ritu, who is the Director General, to play the video of Dr. Harbeen Arora. He has sent a message for all of us.
Hello, dear soul sisters. I send you my warm greetings and congratulations on this beautiful gathering. Thank you. So much. All the sisters from across the councils have taken this wonderful invitation from our soul sister Amit, who's invited all the councils to come together on the topic of that green is the new feminine and feminine is the green. Indeed, they are all together. The idea of nature and nurture, participating with care and concern for people and the planet, and taking everyone and everything along with a spirit of balance, courage, and creativity. That is truly something that I'm very proud of, that all of you are doing. I send you my warm congratulations. And I am with you in spirit, in Shakti Bandhan, in this power. And I hope you all celebrate Shakti Bandhan, exchange the bracelets with each other as a remembrance that we are all in this together. Together we care, together we can. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Harbeen, for such lovely message for all of us. And listening you always gives us a lot of positive vibes and energy. Thank you. Now, I will request Dr. Amit Kaur-Puri to please felicitate our chief guest, Dr. Taran Mehndi. I will request Dr. Taran Mehndi to please felicitate our National President, WICCI, Dr. Amit Kaur-Puri.
continue to plant more trees and inspire more people and kids and culturally. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
And just to next is Jasveer Kaur.
So we continue to heal people. Yeah. She gets the jade, by the way. Thanks a lot. Please.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Dhananjay and Dr. Amit. Now we'll start our session of the speakers. So I call the names of the speakers. Please come on the dais. Mrs. Rashi Anand, Dr. Anamika Sharma, Pooja Raina, Kajal Rajput Sharma, Nitisha Singh, and Nidhi Mathur. The first speaker is Rashi Anand. Yeah.
If you have presentation, PPT presentation, you can go there. Else you can talk directly from the dais.
Okay. So few words about Rashi Anand ji. Rashi Anand is a social entrepreneur and founder and CEO of Lakshyam NGO with over a decade of experience in education and women empowerment. She has impacted more than 1 million women and children across India. So over to you, Rashi.
Thank you so much, Jaspreet. And good morning, everyone. Thank you so much, Vicky, Amit ji, and Karan ji for starting our morning with such a great insight and thoughts about this. And I would like to thank the whole platform and the team today to create such powerful discussions where we all can come and discuss about these topics. I came with the whole thought process because the topic was specifically given to me on what to speak about. But after listening to Amit ji and Karan ji, I would slightly like to change the topic because just to give a background, I have been working with street children. रोड पे हमें जितने बच्चे दिखते हैं कूड़ा चुनते हुए भीख मांगते हुए चाइल्ड लेबर्स सो आवर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन primarily work with those children and if I tell you about the statistics there are about 1.8 million children living on the streets of Delhi and these children live on the streets, sleep on the streets, eat on the streets. I started my journey almost 19 years back with the thought कि रोड पे लोग कैसे रहते हैं खाते हैं सोते हैं and I think at the age of 21 when I started my own non-profit organization and almost 7 years after that I started working with the rat-footed community and हम सबको पता है कि इंडिया में वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट कितना बड़ा प्रॉब्लम है how do these rat-fitters take कूड़े वाले भैया आते भी हैं बच्चे कूड़ा भी चुनते हैं and when you open a center in one of the biggest rat-fitters which is near to Kaushambi where we all know there is a pahad of kooda and we all have seen the documentary around it. So almost 87 children who were the rat-fitters were coming to us and I remember this one child, Deepak, and वो रोज हमारे center से बाहर जाता था and he was not stepping inside that and I was actively involved in that center that point of time and one fine day I just got hold of him and I was like Deepak अंदर आओ बात करो. When he came inside he had that whole goli of kooda उसके हाथ पर से खून निकल रहा था पैर फटे हुए थे and he was like कि मैंने उससे पूछा कि आप हमारे सेंटर क्यों नहीं आते जब सारे आपके दोस्त हमारे यहाँ करने आते हैं एंड आप जो करते हो कि आपको अच्छा लगता है करना या आपका मन लगता है एंड हिज रिस्पॉन्स वाज कि आप लोग पूरा ऐसे क्यों फेंकते हो एंड दैट 7-year-old child and I was working in an NGO I was working with the rat-fitters I was in the development space for 9 years and that one sentence which hit me really bad was कि उसका उस बच्चे को पता भी नहीं था कि क्या मैं पूछी थी उसने क्या जवाब दिया कि आप लोग पूरा ऐसे क्यों फेंकते हो एंड देन आई जस्ट केम बैक होम एंड आई गिव अ होल थॉट प्रोसेस at that point of time also we do not manage our waste. We listen to the songs of Sukha Kura, Gila Kura, but do we do that? So I was not doing that. Even today, if I talk about my mothers, उनको मैं इतना लड़ती हूँ कि आपको अलग करना, but they would not do that. Like Karan ji just spoke about she loves doing that, and this is what after that day I have been doing, ensuring कि पूरा अलग करना, कांच से उन बच्चों के हाथ करते हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग किचन का वेस्ट, प्लास्टिक वेस्ट सारा एक साथ डालते. That is how we are contributing to the life of the Africans. So if we all start taking that accountability of that one small action, that we manage our waste and think little beyond our houses also, I think that can change the life cycle of all these children who are there on the roads. And that could be the first step to bring that revelation that we just spoke about previous community. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad you brought that up, because it took 2.5 years to get it implemented in my own house. Yeah. No, it really takes a lot of effort, and even if you say give you dustbin or a green dustbin, it doesn't work like that. You have to first show it by your own hands, and then you have to tell them, "Acha, tumse nahi hota, main kar deta." And then that's when people start to be more accountable. And I really had to, if you people are following Instagram, you must go to I don't know whoever likes the posting must follow Om Rani. That's the Instagram handle of hers. And then I bought this composting dabbas, and I have this big plastic one, and in which now there's this 24-karat gold mein humko bolti hai, khale rangta hai, and I tell them, I said, ye gold hai, isko to main फेंकना नहीं है. And your plants, your flowers, they just start to bloom like nobody else's business. So yes, composting is very, very big. And as women, we have to take control of our kitchens, right? अगर हम किचन का कंट्रोल नहीं पकड़ेंगे तो हम अपने शहर का नहीं कर सकते. There's no point in these conferences and stuff like that. So first, just take ownership of the kitchen, even if there's the bhaiya and the didi doing the work. But just say this waste belongs to me and I need to segregate it. Yeah. It took me 2.5 years. It is compulsory. It took us 2.5 years.
Thanks a lot for such amazing thoughts. Now I like to invite Dr. Anamika Sharma. Dr. Anamika Sharma is a behavioral scientist and leadership strategist with over 20 years of experience in talent architecture. She is founder of Sci-Fi. Her expertise includes competency frameworks, psychometric assessments, and leadership development systems. Over to you, Dr. Anamika Sharma.
Very well said. It's not just about composting, and as Dr. Karan was saying, it's also about how we lead, not take charge only of our system, but around us. Yes, of course, it starts from home, as we have always taught our kids also that the home is the first school, or it's the nursery from where you start taking baby steps and then transform it into a larger impact. So the leadership starts at home. I just have a small question to all of you. See, it's very easy to say a lot of good things, that this should be done, that should be done. How many of us actually demonstrate that? Be it a calmer behavior, a more disciplined behavior, or more resilient behavior as a leader, or I would say more disciplined human being, throwing that garbage in a certain way where it's harming them. So हम अपने चारों तरफ खुद से ही वो right spirit spread अगर नहीं करेंगे तो we will not be able to justify the way we would do it. Resilience does not mean bouncing back, as we literally know. It's also about staying there, not breaking, and still not being stiff enough, being flexible enough. अगर environment चाहता है कि हमें एक certain way में adapt करना है, can we do that? हमें एक certain way में adapt करना है, can we do that? Take certain steps which are beyond our comfort. Can we own our own kitchens? Can we take charge of that? Absolutely.
Till today, I'm not able to make my family understand how to segregate. The second step which I have observed, even if we segregate, we are dumping it in the different compartments. That after some time, that gets dumped in the same site.
So I have a
now, rather than waiting for tomorrow, something to happen and then taking a call around it. So that is something which we could be very conscious of. So that's where the mindfulness comes in.
Yes.
Right?
I would like to answer your question if I may here. So if I understand what you said that घर का तो कर लिया, घर से लेके बाहर का भी चल गया, पर बाहर से जो आया, वो आया अपना ट्रॉली लेकर आया, उसने सब कुछ इकट्ठा किया, I agree with your comment, right? But when you do something repeatedly, रोज आप करेंगे तो सबसे पहले आपका स्टाफ को समझ आएगा, समझ आ गई, फिर आप एक स्टेप और बाहर रखिए, फिर वो जो ट्रॉली लेकर आ रहा है उसको बोलोगे भैया ये मैंने इधर रखा है, ये सूख के वाला है, इसमें प्लास्टिक और कांच, और मेरे घर का अभी जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक वेस्ट है, now it goes to companies who are actually handling electronic waste, right? Yeah, right. So फिर आप उनको बोलेंगे कि भैया इसको देखो ये तुम कहाँ रखोगे, then from the home भैया हाँ कैसे भैया हाँ कैसे
Consistency is something which is consistency is something which is absolutely required. The road, that's our road.
Thanks a lot. Now, I'd like to invite Pooja Raina. Pooja Raina is a counseling psychologist and founder of Pooja Listeners, a practice of individuals, couples, and families in managing emotional and psychological challenges. Over to you, Pooja Raina. So now I invite Kajal Rajput Sharma. Kajal is an associate in legal practice industry and expertise in legal compliance, legal writing, constitutional law, criminal law, and legal research. Kajal Rajput Sharma.
I'm a practice advocate, practicing before Supreme Court, High Court, in many sectors, many practice area of law. First, I would like to answer now, to start, not answer, to just have a good discussion what we are having here, to what you said, at a larger picture. Why there is a problem in not every sector, I would say, because it's just 5 of this room is doing it, not the whole room is doing the same thing. That's why, if daily 1, 2, and with increasing time and with time, 200 people are doing the same thing, and you'll see, oh, everybody is doing it, so that is easy for me also. If 2 people give a separated and all other are giving combined dust out of their house, they will like, I have to do door ke liye kya karu, because dump it out. Because when we have to bring a change of how we women as a can change this, when we're going out of the house. This is what we can do in the house. But out of the house also, we should support the women and also the men also, I would say. It's not that the men only has to support. We should not only bring feminism, we should also bring equality out there. I am a supporter of this. Is very important because there are women out there who are not coming or stepping out from their houses. Still they are just asked or thought about that they should look into the home. But as a leader, when we go out, as I'm practicing in legal industry, I see a lot of discrimination there. There is everywhere. But now there are policies, there are government implementations which are there. So there are CSR, corporate social responsibility. Like I'm a founder of my chamber. I can ensure the menstruation leaves. Everything is there that we should, as women, give to the other person. The leaves are there. We should always give a day or 2 for the responsibility. You should go to the NGO, should work towards some non-profitable things also. You should work pro bono also. That's the change we can bring as a society. So I feel it's very important to bring a change and to go with the law. There are CSR, there are many other things, and not just to tick boxes. Okay, आज हमने ये कर दिया तो खत्म हो गया. We should help other also, as all other panelists also said. Changes should be brought together. So that's my take, that not as only as a woman of the house, also women of your company or your leadership. We should bring the change. We should promote the women. We should give where it is required. So that's my take.
Thanks a lot, Kajal. Now I'll invite Nitisha Singh. Nitisha Singh is a communication professional and environmental advocate working as a communication associate for sustainable cities at WRI India. So over to you, Nitisha.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for inviting me. So I'll slightly divert from the main topic. In 3-4 minutes, I'll just narrate a small story. A small story about success, failure, and resilience. So I'll tell a story about a small girl, a girl from a tier 3 city named Gorakhpur, you must be knowing. She was very studious and since childhood she just knew one thing, I'll work hard and I'll succeed. Her parents told her, be very clear, you have to work hard and you will get what you want. But slowly, after studying well, getting good marks, and getting admission into one of the most prestigious institutions, which is Miranda House Delhi University, in 2011, she was wondering and she kept working hard. In 2016, she passed out, did her bachelor's and master's in chemistry honors, and after that she realized that okay, maybe I have to do something different, maybe I have to do something impactful, something that would change the world maybe in a positive sense. So in 2018, she entered into civil services, one of the most revered examinations of India. And of course, it is considered one of the toughest examinations. From 2018 till 2023, something changed in her life. The girl who had never seen failure started failing. She reached closer every year, but then every year the cycle changed. She started failing. The girl who had never seen failure started experiencing that and she was not knowing what to do. For 5 continuous years, which is equivalent to 1,825 days into one exam, she was not and she was going into a dark dungeon of her own mind. She was not knowing where to go. She has to change something. Then she gave a pause. So every day she used to get up for 1 month with the same teary eyes, with the same confidence. She used to get up, but just write 3 to 4 words of a sector and a type of a job she wanted. She used to write communications, storytelling, and impact, and environment policy. And today, that narrating a story of I'm not yet registered. I am a certified counselor. The only person I have used my technique on is myself. And just myself. It is you have to come out of it. So today, to every person who is sitting out here, I'll say a little different. I'll not say don't give up in your life. Give up. Give up on the things that are not serving you well. Give up on things that are not meant for you. But don't lose your worth. Don't settle for less. Because resilience is not always holding on. It is having the courage to let go of which is not serving you, whether it is your love, your relationship, your career, your job. Let it go, but don't lose your worth. Because you are not meant to merely survive. You are meant to find dreams, the one that fits, the one that fulfills, the one that is yours. You are precious, don't forget it. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Nitisha. So now
I would like to add here the phrase which I live by is the adversity causes someone to break and others to break the records. And we all are breaking records here. Kudos to you. Your story is very, very beautiful, very inspiring.
Now I'd like to invite Nidhi Mathur. Nidhi Mathur is an experienced legal professional with 24 years of expertise in civil, corporate, commercial, and labor law. She is a managing partner of Logical Associates, New Delhi, and is recipient of Chief Justice of India Award and over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Introduction. First of all, I'm so glad to be here, and each one of you are high achievers. High achievers does not mean only being achieving professionally. I think if you are achieving at the personal level also, that is equally to be celebrated, and that's something which I personally believe in. The topic obviously was leadership, mindfulness, and about eco. So what? 2-3 things. One, thank you so much. I learned a lot today from all of you. It is always very, very good to actually hear stories, because when you hear stories of different people, it always encourages you to a different level. Now, being a legal professional, to be very honest, it's not an easy profession for females, and I think she will totally agree.
lot of issues still coming up. There is a lot of issue in our profession to get a leadership role, because there is always men quotary, which probably at the evening, which as females, 10 times. A couple of reasons. One, we always have that backing that we have a family to go back to, or our children are there. So we are always divided that way, that, what men can do, to be very honest with you, I don't think so females can do, and I think all of us struggle there. With respect to what you were sharing about the compost, I think it was wonderful, and I totally agree. We keep on, discussing it, and how much is happening is actually a big question mark, right? But as a lawyer, I just want to share something more, that the government of India has actually made a lot of rules, regulations, with respect to sewage, with respect to separations, but that is getting applicable only in factories. So if the factories are not complying, then there is some kind of a penalty which is happening. But what about these things which were happening day to day? And the story which you told about the 7-year-old child is an eye-opener. To be very honest, an eye-opener for me as well, that even when we are, a small thing like segregating the waste at our home, we are not realizing on the repercussions. So we need to think, can we do something? And since you are heading this sustainability and maybe we can think about something, and maybe we all as a community take it and make some kind of regulations which are still, we're just talking about it, that this is not happening. But maybe like those regulations which are operational in factories, and there are very, very high penal provisions for it, can we think of something which will also help us to make it like a, something which will make us compel. Right now, even the compelling thing is also not happening. So can we do something about this? Something maybe next time when we are having these discussions, where we may bring some kind of bylaws, or may bring something which will be more productive, which can be converted into some kind of a regulation which all of us have to apply. That is one thing which I wanted to share. With respect to leadership, I think, like I said, our profession is extremely tough, very long hours, meeting all kind of people. But one thing with so many years of experience I've seen is, I've seen all kind of people. And I've always felt women are the most powerful ones. The kind of resilience they have in handling situations is much, much higher than men. आप किसी भी मालिक को 2 काम दे दो, छोड़ देंगे कि हो नहीं पा रहा है. Women are all known for multitasking, right? And one is multitasking, the other thing is the level of resilience we have. We fall, we still get up. For example, and I'll give my story also. I did my MBA a long time back, before I did my law. I did my law when my child was small. And literally there used to be a situation because of and the family, no support system, and because of the location I was there. My kid, last question. The last thing which I would like to talk about, talking about environment sustainability. What are we doing? And a question to us. What are we levels? One is what you're doing for. Is there something else which we are doing which no environment consciousness is there? Like for example, in my office, because of the profession I am, there's too much of paperwork. Absolute bunch and bunch of paper. But I ensure once that is done, the file is closed, the entire team knows the back side of the paper has to be. Don't waste it all the rough pages, all the notes are all on the back side of the previous papers. So these are small things which we can actually implement at home also. So what I feel is, if we share these stories with each other, like I said, thank you very much. The stories have been very encouraging. I think we can actually bring a very, very cohesive force. And like we all are saying, we are soul sisters. I'm sure we can help each other out to make much bigger way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now I request our chief guest, Dr. Karan Mehendi, and our national president, Dr. Amit Kaur Puri, to please felicitate our speakers of this session. Rashmi Anand.
by side.